So the iPhone SE 2020 edition caused quite a stir because it has the A13 Bionic processor in it, and I have already tested it against the iPhone 11, and the overall performance of the iPhone SE is very, very close to that of the iPhone 11. But what happens if we test it against an Android device like the Galaxy S20 Ultra? Which one do you think is going to win? Well, let's find out. So we have the iPhone SE, the 2020 edition with the A13 Bionic processor on the left-hand side. We have the Galaxy S20 Ultra with the Snapdragon 865 on the right-hand side. Now I've reduced the screen resolution of the Galaxy S20 to 720p, so 720 by 1600. On the left-hand side, the iPhone is in 750 by 1334. So the question is, does the S20 Ultra scale down? Does that affect the performance at all? Does it increase the performance? We're about to find out. We're both in the compression test at this point. They're zipping up the files, and the iPhone is out first. The iPhone is into the 16th thread test before the Galaxy S20 Ultra. So this is interesting. Both of them are doing well. I think the S20 Ultra is going to take the lead when it comes to the 16th thread test. Will it get there? Yes, it just beats the iPhone by a second there into the blur test, now into the mixed CPU GPU part of the test, neck and neck at this point. Oh, and the iPhone is taking the lead again. It's the first into the infinite scrolling list, the first there to start scrolling the list. In a moment we can have the smoke particle test. In fact, it comes up now on the iPhone. What's the rate going to be on the left? 34 frames, 33 frames a second. On the right hand side, 24, 23 frames a second. So there's a big difference there in the 2D testing, as we are already into the Unity test of the iPhone, and now the S20 Ultra is also into the Unity test, running at 720p and 750p at Apple's strength. There we go, 1 minute 15 seconds, and the S20 is also coming to the end of the test. Now what's it going to be? There we go, 1 minute 21.2. Okay, let's break down those scores and see exactly what happened. So as we saw there, the iPhone SE beat the Galaxy S20 Ultra, even though the Galaxy S20 Ultra is running in 720p. I do have a question about whether it scales downwards correctly or whether there is a performance penalty for that. In fact, let's look at the scores. The CPU, 39.5 for the iPhone, 38.5 for the Galaxy S20 Ultra. So actually, the S20 Ultra was faster in the CPU department, beating the iPhone SE. But when we get to the mixed CPU, GPU, everything changes drastically. 20.5 versus 24.8. That's a 4.3 second difference between those two devices there in the favor of the iPhone SE. When we get to GPU, 15 seconds versus 17.7, so a 2.7 second win by the iPhone. And when you have all those times, you get a win of 1 minute 15 for the iPhone SE 2020 edition. My name is Gary Sims, this is SpeedTest G. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you like these kind of tests and you want to see more iPhone SE tests, then stick around by subscribing to the channel. Okay, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.